Hello, everyone. Good to have you back. Hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's me, your girl again. Welcome back to NHTV. I know it's been a while, yes, but today let's chat. I want us to chat. Just invite your friends. Please share this video, this program. I want us to chat. It's going to be a very interesting and interacting one. I don't want it's not one person thing. I'm not doing today's show by myself. I want all of us, to be part of it. You and I want us all to be part of today's show because it's something of a concern, It's something that is scary, something that we need to we need to talk about. It calls for concern, a serious one. So I want you all to please invite people. I'm going to open the phone line just in case you want to call in. Yes, we're going to do that today. We'll take few calls and also drop your comments at the comment section, please. And also invite somebody. I want us to talk about the events, things that have been unfolding in Nigeria. It's very sad. It's a sad situation. If you see from my write up there, I said, what happened to Sylvester? What happened to ADEGOKE and Keren? Yes, we all know what's been trending on the social media platform now. Death everywhere. Where can we go to that will be safe? Yes, we all know that insecurity on its own is a very big issue and a very big concern. So why are our children being killed in schools? Why are people, lodgers, being killed by hotel owners? What is happening? Why is the country sinking? Why are people so wicked? Where is the conscience? Why are people evil? Why is the Bible said it, that the heart of man is evil. So, but has it gotten to this extent? It's so bad. So please, I want you all to be part of today's show. Please, I want you all to be part of today's show. Drop your comments. Let's chat. What do you think? We're going to be talking about Sylvester's issue. We'll be talking about ADEGOKE and Keren. Let me just give you a brief intro into Sylvester's issue for the benefits of those that are not aware. I'll give you a little bit of insight into it. Yes, I want us to do this. We'll be doing this show together, every one of us. Both my kids too are going to be part of it tonight. So we're going to be chatting. We're going to be, discussing what's been happening. Hello, darling. You're awake? Do you want to come this way? Yes, I said it. Everybody but the kids are going to be. Sorry, you're awake. Let's see. Bella is upstairs in her room. Are you? Okay, you just, just have your tablet first and I'll come sort you out, yeah? You want yogurt? Okay, 1 minute, yeah, kids, you know how it works. Don't worry, I'll get you yogurt, yeah? But just have your tablet first, yeah? But reduce the volume. Yes, sorry guys. Yeah, that's my baby there. Yeah, tonight we'll be talking, let's rub minds together. Like I said, I want to give you for the benefit of those that are not aware of the internet. Yeah, it's gonna come on. I just want to give you a little bit of insight to Sylvester's issue. So keep inviting people, invite people, let's chat, let's do this together. We're gonna do this together. What minutes? A little bit of what happened and who Sylvester is. So for those who don't know the story, this is a 12 years old child in secondary school who got beaten terribly, forced to drink a substance by boys in his school because he refused to join CULTISM. Guess what? The school management called his parents to come pick the child. that he sustained injury from a football match. The parents of the boy, of Sylvester, called, the school management called them to come pick up their son that he's sustained an injury, from playing football. Everybody plays football. Oh, I don't understand. I don't know the kind of football this guy played that, got him to this position. This child in severe pains before he died, told his family the names of the boys involved, and news currently going around has it that some of the boys has been flown out of the country due to this issue. They said, according to the story, it said he was beaten up by, his colleagues in school, and the name of the school is Dowen College, somewhere in Lekki Aja area. That's where the school is. He's a 12 years old boy. He was beaten up by some of his colleagues while playing football. But according to investigations and from the boy before he died, he said he told the parents that 5 boys wanted to initiate him into cult. It's a shame that we're having this in secondary school, where we have 11 or 12 years old children. Secondary school now, we now have cults. We used to, those days, we were aware that we have them in universities, but not in secondary school. But in secondary school now, they now have cultism. They run it. And the schools are not going to tell us they're not aware of this. Anyway, as I was saying, they wanted to initiate him, but he refused to be part of, refused to be part of it. As a child that came from a good home, a boy that came from a good home with good parents, well trained, he refused to join them. So because already they've targeted him, they tried initiating him, he's refused to join them. So opportunity for them when they were playing football. They met him at the football pitch, and he was beaten up. They kicked him. They did a lot of things to him. That didn't end there. According to the story we heard, later that day, they went to meet him in his room. He was there with his friends. You're going to hear from the dad here speak. It was with his friend in the room. They came, those same senior, they started kicking him, beating him, doing all sort of things, stepping on his waist, his head. That was it's, in short, I've been, since the beginning of this issue, I just kept quiet because it's so emotional, because as a mother and as a parent with children, you can imagine your child to be in that situation. The videos I'm going to play that most of you that must have seen, you see that he couldn't even stand, he couldn't even walk. If they touched him, his belly, he was in so much pain. They went into the room, they did all sort of things to him, hit him, beat him up, and they gave him a substance to drink. He was forced to take that substance, which I'm sure is poisonous, because after his death, when they ran scan and all that, you're going to hear from the dad. They found out that he had swollen liver. They found out that the bones behind his back, probably his pelvis or somewhere, was already smashed. So many things went wrong. So the issue now is, how safe are the schools in Nigeria? People would take their children, okay, public school is not good enough. Public school, they don't teach very well. They can't take care of our children, blah, blah, blah. And you spend your money, you earn money to pay for your child in boarding house and private school, and you can't get a good, the safety of those children are not guaranteed. What is the safeguarding procedure? What are the safeguarding procedures in all the schools? What measures, are all the schools that they've put in place for safeguarding? What is the relationship between parents, teachers, um, and parents and teachers? PTA. Because I believe, like, they wanted, I'll give you an example. In my daughter's school, they wanted to change their school uniform. It took them almost over a year because some parents were not in support of it. Parents over here have more say in their children's schools. From their school dinner, the kind of food they eat, when it comes to the health system, when the child is sick, you know, when it comes to the safety of that child, it's paramount. How can you spend millions? These people don't care. These school owners, proprietors and proprietors, they don't care. How can you spend millions on your child? And at the end of the day, you're getting the dead body of your child. We've had issues of story of Keren, the one in Abuja. We're going to talk about Keren also. A lot is happening. Trisha, honestly, it's so sad. You spend millions to send your children to school, and they come back sick, they come back dead. The last time, you remember the one of Deeper Life than David. If not that the mom was like, oh no, hell no, not my child. I know the child I have. This can happen to my child. She put her foot down. The school would have gotten away with so many things. Do you know how many parents are going through this? Do you know how many parents that have lost their children, or their children are not fit to mingle in the society because of carelessness? Do you know how many? All what these people do is just have a school building. How they're going to milk you off of your hard-earned money. No safeguarding procedures. And the government, what are they putting in place to inspect this school so that things like this don't happen? Because it's been happening. It's not today. This is just a 12 years old boy. Few days to his birthday, his life was cut short. A child with so many ambition, with a great future. And what we heard, some of those boys have been flown out of the country. How can you, parents, your child committed that offense, that atrocity? Another man's child is dead, lying in the mortuary or in the grave. And you know what your child did. And the next thing you think, the best thing for you to do is to get that child out of that country. They say when the head is sick or is bad, the body is completely gone. The system fund we know is not working. But why can't we make it work for ourselves? You don't mean it. Funny enough, they don't have CCTV in that school with all the millions they pay. I don't think that's not. Are you sure, Trisha? No CCTV in that school is a shame with all the millions. In short, where is in the world? Even in my house, I've got CCTV. I've got a CCTV in my living room. I've got a CCTV in the front of my house before coming in. Then you're talking about an establishment like that. No CCTV. Oh, no, I don't want to believe that. A school like that, no, that is where you're supposed to have CCTV. Schools, offices, hotels. How can you have a building like that and you're milking parents of millions of naira and there is no CCTV? There is no safeguarding. A lot of secret, a lot of things being covered up. And as of, was it 2 or 3 days ago, I had a press statement from the dad, the father of the boy, that the school have not even contacted him since this thing happened. The school did not call him. The only time the lady, the proprietor, has called was to say, why did he put the boy's video on in the public, in the social media, that it will, it will later on affect the boy, blah, 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 and all that. Like, for real? They didn't even call to find out the situation, to see what they can do about, the incident. And we're hearing some of the boys have been taken out of the country. I know sometimes it's difficult to know everything about your children, but parents, how can a secondary school child be in a cult and you're not aware of it? That child must display some, attitude at home. Even the way they talk to you, the way they respond. Sometimes conversation from, with your friends on the phone. All they care about is building and their names. All they care about money. That is a life, a future, a generation that has gone. The system is not working. All these schools, they're supposed to be monitoring them. These schools need proper monitoring. The government, they failed in that department. Ministry of Education. The same thing with the girl in Abuja, the Keren one. She was molested. With this Sylvester's one, after this, as this issue was ongoing, I think one of the teachers from that school came out and said something. Said there was a time that this thing has been ongoing for a very long time. And the school is so careless, they're not looking into it, they're not doing anything about it. That there was a time another student was molesting, she or she caught another a senior student molesting one of the junior students with his fingers. So he or she decided to punish that child. The next thing, the child, the parents of that child came. They came to the school. They were making trouble. And then before you know it, what the school did was to call a whole teacher to come and kneel down and apologize. Oh my God, like for real. I heard it. I was like, Jesus Christ. They asked the teacher to come to kneel down and apologize for smacking that child, for punishing that child that was molesting another student. And you call that a school? He said that would be the last thing for him or her to do. He or she rather resign, and that was exactly what the person did. But things like this, you don't have to wait for someone to die or for something terrible to happen before you come out and air your voice. Sometimes anonymous report these issues. We're meant to be reporting all these issues now. This is an awareness, please. How many of our children are we going to keep sending to school and they'll be coming back dead or sick? Keren in Abuja, the same thing. One of this, what's it called? There's this school, Premier Academy in Abuja. The same thing happened to that girl. She was molested in that school. She was molested. That is a badly in the school. To the extent that a condom was left inside of her. They didn't know. She was sick. It was until after her death, after checking everything, they found out that a condom was left inside of this girl. Who did that? Who molested her? How many of our children are we going to lose before things are being put in place? School owners, proprietors, proprietresses, why are you people just having schools, building schools, and not putting the necessary things in place? This Sylvester it must have housemaster or some set of people, in charge of them, of his house. What did they do about this? Because this thing didn't just start one day. They did not just meet him on the football field, beat him up, or, it must have been an ongoing thing. Who knew about this and was covering it? Did the school know about this? Was the school covering this? Who are the boys? What substance was given to him that ate up all his intestine, even his mouth? You see, when I saw the video, I wept. I couldn't come out the first day, when I saw that video to talk about this. You can see from his mouth that what they gave him was very, very dangerous, like an acid eating up his mouth, his lips. So you can imagine what that substance will do inside of that child. Why? For crying out loud, why? How can a school like that not have a CCTV? I don't want to believe they don't have a CCTV. These people don't care about your millions. Parents, we need to know this. These people don't care. And these people doing this, owner of schools, they're also parents. They don't care about your millions. The millions you pay. They just want to collect that money. The safety of your child doesn't concern them. And these children that did this are the reflection of the society. Yes. Because when you're in a home, you have parents that, they're into something that is, they're so much into evil. How to kill, how to destroy other people's lives. These children, they see these things. The society will see all these things happening in the society. Killings. And all these children are seeing all those things. So all these things happening are a reflection of the society. The government needs to start looking into this thing. And we need justice for Sylvester. We need justice for Keren, who molested her and left a condom inside of her that killed her. I heard some people saying, why would parents send their children to boarding house, blah, 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 this, that. Yes, I understand. Sometimes, because of the nature of the job, some parents, they keep transferring them, from one city to the other and all that. So sometimes they feel the best place is for that child, instead of moving from one uncle to one auntie or moving from states as they're moving them, they just put them in boarding house. And when it's holiday, they come home. But even at that, we should try and develop, as parents, develop serious bond relationship with our children so that they can always open up to us. We should learn to ask questions. The ones that are even the day student, they go to school, come back, ask them questions. Because we have a lot of beasts out there. We have a lot of animals out there, not human beings. They're looking for who to devour. Thank you, Isabel. We have a lot of animals, a lot of beasts out there looking for who to devour. How can a 40, 50 years old man see a 4 years old girl and your body will, and you, the next thing you think of how you want to devour her, how you want to molest her? Is that person normal? I just saw, it just sent me a video this evening now in Asaba. A 4 years old girl. Is it 4 years old, 13 years or 12 years? I'll check it again. I think 13, 12 or 13 years old girl. That a man took to a hotel, a virgin, molested her, and then used a white hanky to clean the blood in her private. Hello, Isabel. Yeah, thank you very much. Long time. Thank you. Long time. Thank you. Yes, good to see you guys. It's busy. So many things coming up the same time. And, you can't just try and make use of the time opportunity we have. I'm really sorry about that. I'll miss you too. Yeah, we'll miss you too. NATV will miss you too. Thank you. And it's Christmas. We're trying to put things in place. We have so much we're doing. We've got charity organization, so many things like that. Don't worry. I'm back on the screen. I'll be coming more often. Good to see you. So yes, as I was saying, took the girl to the hotel. 13 years old girl molested her and used a white hanky to clean her private with the blood. Before the girl died, she was able to tell the parents. God bless you too, Isabel. Before she died, she was able to speak to tell the parents what happened. Why are people so wicked? Why are human beings so evil? We're dealing with we're still dealing with the killings, the henchmen, the terrorists, the bandits, the kidnapping. You're driving, you'll be scared of kidnappers. You're in your house, you'll be scared of people to come and robbers. You're in your farm, you'll be scared of bandits. On the way, bandits. You have children in school, you'll be scared of their colleagues trying to initiate them to cults, trying to kill them, trying to rape them. You travel, you check into an hotel, or you check into an hotel with your partner or your spouse. You'll be scared of hotel owners killing you, using you for rituals. Or if not that one, workers in hotel or co-lodgers coming to lodge, colliding with hotel workers to kill somebody. Are we safe? Where can we go to that will be safe again, please? What is happening? This is terrible, This is really, really terrible. What is happening? Why are we doing this to ourselves? And for this school issue, the government should try as much as they can. There must be a very good safeguarding measures put in place. Safety of the children is very important. There must be checks. Sometimes people can disguise, even here upstairs. Sometimes they'll just disguise. Sometimes they just go to schools, take them unaware without telling them. Over here, sometimes they can come as staff, apply for a job in the school, just to monitor, just to know what is happening in schools. Sometimes they even get people from the school, because there must be somebody, teachers or students in the schools, that are not happy with things going on. All this needs to be done. And they have to try and balance parents and teachers relationship, parents teachers association. Like I said before here, the parents are part of the school. Their school meals, their school dinner, the clothes they wear. Yes, parents, please always listen to your children, hear what they have to say. It's important. Honestly, Trisha, it's very, very important for parents to listen to their children. Because if they have a lot to say, honestly, give your children the opportunity. The boy cannot walk, you can imagine. They're holding him from behind, he's screaming. The whole his tummy is screaming. Because they've damaged things in his body. His organs have been damaged. Look at his mouth. Which parents will see this and be happy? He's not my son, but as a parent, I saw this. I couldn't get myself together. I couldn't get to put myself together. That boy is in so much pain. And the school knew this. They covered this up. They were hiding. Rather, they called the parents to come and pick their son that had an injury while playing football. And they knew that was a lie. Is it because of the millions you're making from the parents? Look at the poison that was given to that child led to the death of this boy. And I'm sure, very, very sure, honestly, because you can see from his mouth, it's been eaten up. So you can imagine that thing ate up his intestine. According to the test, they said his liver was swollen. Please, our government should look into it. We heard the school has been closed down. That's not good enough. To me, personally, I think that school should close that school for good. Turn it to a library. Turn it to a motherless baby home. Use it for charity. So it can serve lesson to other parents. If a secondary school children can do this to their fellow students, what would happen outside if they're in the garage? If this kind of children, and we heard these children are from rich homes, tell me, if these children that are from rich homes could do this to this boy, how would they be outside in the garage? In the motor park? And the parents were quick to fly them out of the country. See the boy in so much pain. That school needs to be shut down indefinitely. They need to shut down that school for good. Gowen College, or what is it called? Of course, Trisha, they will pay for it. They will pay for it big time. The wicked cannot go unpunished. They will pay for it. And if their parents should try and stop it, the parents will also pay for it. Dowen College. Dowen College should be shut down. This is terrible. Can you send your child to school and then the next thing they're bringing the dead body of your child or to your house? They take millions from this school. These schools are so expensive. These so-called private schools are so expensive. You're running away from public school, saying public school is not good, it's not safe enough. You're taking your child to private school, paying millions, and the safety of your child is not guaranteed. Hello, Tony. Tony Bello, God bless you. God bless you too. Thank you. Yes, long time. Yes, good to see you. God bless you. God bless you. You spend millions to send your children to school, and the safety of that child is not guaranteed. The government, they need to do a lot. People are saying, government, why do we have Ministry of Education? Why do we have commissioners? They have education board. What are their jobs? Are they just collecting salaries? Are they just collecting money without doing anything? All the schools need to be investigated. They need to be investigated. We want justice for Sylvester. We want justice for Sylvester Oromoni. Justice for Sylvester Oromoni. And the wicked will not go unpunished. Every one of those children involved in this thing should be brought to book. That guy's mouth, roughing. That thing is eating his mouth, his lips, everything up. His gum. The same thing with Keren in Abuja. Who molested her? Who left the condom inside of her? Primary Academy in Abuja. We want justice for Keren also. She was also molested in school. Was it a fellow student? Was it the teachers? Who done that? Who left the condom inside of her? We want to know that. And they must be brought to book. Left for me alone, I would say those schools should be shut down. It should be closed. Let them use it. Government should take over those schools. They can turn them to be government school. It's a school building with school facilities there. Should change it to be a public school, government school. And also the story of Adegoke, the guy that traveled from Abuja to Ife for his exam in OAU, University of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. He's a master student. He said he left Abuja. I know a lot of you are aware of the story, but for the benefit of those that are not aware of this, that have not heard, Adegoke left Abuja for Ife. He was writing his exams. Checked into one hotel called Hilton Hotel, owned by Dr. Adedoyin. That is, it's good to always communicate anywhere you go to. Communicate with your family, your wife, your husband, your children. You know, he checked into the hotel. The wife called the wife, told her, you know, and then decided to take a nap. The wife later on, she was calling, he wasn't picking. Very unlike the husband, you know. They raised alarm. Anyway, to cut the story short, as at yesterday, the autopsy results came out. I don't know if they've, as at today, if it's been read, but Oriyomi Amzad is the man that has been following this case, and I want to say kudos to Oriyomi Amzad. He's been following this case back to back. He's been following this case back to back, and because of this, Oriyomi Amzad, you know, so many things that they try to get away with, you know, it's becoming impossible for them. Because sometimes when these rich people, they have money, they commit atrocities with their money, they think they can buy everything. The next thing, initially when they went, they denied that the Adegoke didn't lodge in the hotel. Later on, after, you know, much pressure and all that, they found out that he actually checked into the hotel lodge, but paid through one of the receptionists. After much investigation and all that, yesterday, autopsy results found his body, though, buried behind the hotel, very close to the hotel. His phone was found with one Afar that works in the hotel, you know. And we heard that Dr. Adedoyin's son, according to what we heard, you know, that he knows about the issue, that he was around, he was in charge that day. I don't know. That's what we heard. We don't know how true that is. But the boy in question is on the run. So even if he's not aware of it, even if he doesn't know about it, so why is he running? By running God's self, he has given himself up. After much investigations, according to them, they took them to where the body was. You know, they brought out the body. They found out a lot of things missing. Yesterday, Oriyomi Amzad came up with, you can see a report that the autopsy report reveals Timothy Adegoke was killed. From the autopsy, it was revealed that he was killed. That I think he was killed while sleeping, and heavy substance was, you know, used on him. They used a heavy substance to hit his head. You know, so many things. He has a broken bone, his leg side, and some things missing from his body from the autopsy result as at yesterday, when Oriyomi Amzad came online and gave the report. So who killed Timothy Adegoke? What happened to Timothy Adegoke? Why was he killed? And why did they deny that he didn't check into the hotel, but later on trace the accounts where he made payments to one of the receptionists, which they later on admitted, yes, he checked into the hotel. Why are the CCTVs in the hotel missing? Because they said no CCTV. But according to findings, there are traces that there were CCTVs, but it's been taken out. How can you have an hotel where there is no CCTV? In Dr. Adedoke's house, they said it's got CCTV. In the schools, it's got colleges of education or university, it's got CCTV. How come an hotel there is no CCTV? So what happened to Timothy Adegoke? Who killed him? Who murdered him? Because he was murdered while sleeping, according to the autopsy result. Who murdered him? And the missing parts in his body, you know, what happened to those parts? Why are they missing? So we are not safe again. Checking into an hotel is a problem now. Not all hotels, some, because there was a video and audio that came out last week about a man, you know, saying his experience in another hotel in Lagos. How he was sleeping. He heard noise. He looked through the window, saw people digging outside, but his spirit was disturbing him. He couldn't sleep. The next thing, he started smelling some strange smell. So he just decided to open the door. Immediately opened the door. He saw 3 people at the door. They were about opening the door the same time with him. A lady and 2 men with white, tying white, and wearing some kind of costume. And they said, oh, sorry, we thought, so and so person was here. God saved that one. Immediately he called the driver that brought him to come and pick him up. So people are not safe again, going to check into hotels, sending children to schools again. We'll send our children to school, we'll not sleep. Our eyes will be open, or one eye closed, the other one open. We'll be on fasting and prayers. You check into a hotel you paid for, and the next thing, you'll be declared missing or found dead. What is really happening? Why are people so wicked? Why are people so wicked? Why are people so wicked? All because of money? All because of money. You decide to kill your fellow human being because of money. You kill your fellow human being because of money. It's so sad. Let me just play you the video of Sylvester. Oh, sorry. I want to show you the video of Sylvester so that you see what that guy went through.
I don't want that. They should carry you. They'll carry you. Is this one? I think what you come and direct us now. What is that? Are you on? I'm talking about Facebook, I do videos now. Slowly, 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 slowly. You okay? You okay? You okay? Slowly. Slowly.
Don't carry your tummy up. Don't carry your tummy up. Rest it, please. Daddy, rest it. No. Leave it and take it. No, I will stretch it again. You will stretch it again. You will stretch it again. Daddy,
Wait, don't push me. Don't push me.
It shall never be well with them. For that to do my son like this. For that to hit my son like this. My God will not forgive them. The God I'm serving will bring judgment upon them. Will bring judgment upon them and their generation.
It shall never be well with them. Because this is
Out of evil.
So I'm so sorry. I'm just shaking. It's so sad. See what that child went through. Just a few days to his birthday. It's really bad, terrible. And let me just show you video of the dad where he said the school didn't contact nothing. Let's see.
On his bed, was lying on his bed. His friends were sitting on their bed. They were gisting. Then
In Lekki, Lagos, several Nigerians have weighed in on the issue in Lekki, Lagos. Several Nigerians how a school that charges so much for tuition was negligent and paid scant attention to students' welfare.
he said he did not play any football with any friends. That he did not even fall. He was in his room in the evening, although he did not give us the time, in the evening, with his friend. He was lying on his bed. He was lying on his bed. He was lying on his bed. His friends were sitting on their bed. They were gisting. Then these boys walked in. 5 of them walked into the room. And when they walked in, he said they were his senior students. Then he has not mentioned their name. When they walked in, one of them went back and put up the light. Put up the light. He did not mention who put up the light. So, but one of them went back and put up the light. But they were holding belt. They started beating him. They flogged him. He fell off from his bed and they started mashing him. Mashing him. All of them. They started mashing him. They bullied him. In fact, he said that all these pains he was having all over his body, his head everywhere, was as a result of the beating. That he did not play any ball. He did not play any ball. Then he said, well, after beating, they now forced him to drink something. I said, okay, did you know the type of thing they give to you to drink? He said it was dark. But when he was making this statement, he would talk. I would make, then he would continue again. He said they gave him something to drink, but he could not describe what they gave to him to drink.
the lights were off.
The light were off. He did not see the thing they gave to him to drink. That they forced something inside his mouth, and he drank something they gave to him. Please, thorough investigation is what I want. When the school is saying that it was as a result of football or he fell on the football pitch, I don't think that statement is true. Please, I want thorough investigation before he died. Those were the messages I sent to them. So when the woman told me, why did I send those pictures to the public? I told you, madam, you issued a statement that my boy died as a result of football injury. I have to say, if football can cause damage somebody's mouth, damage somebody's body like this, make somebody to be shouting all over his body, I think Nigeria should know that. Look at the situation the boy passed through.
Joining us now to discuss the late Sylvester's death.
See how sad. See how sad it is. That's the father of the boy. Sylvester is dead. And you think the boys that did this to him are going to be in peace? Are they going to be living in peace? Even the parents. It's so sad. So sad. I don't know the kind of world we're living in. I don't know what the world is turning into. Nobody's safe again. Everywhere you go to now is, you'll be scared. You're driving, you're in your house, you send your children to school, you'll be scared. You check into an hotel, you'll be scared. If the hotel owner don't kill you, the workers there will collide with other lodgers to kill you. And these people want to move in our society freely. We want justice for Sylvester. We want justice for Timothy ADEGOKE. And we want justice for Keren. And the government should look into private schools. In short, both public and private. We know public schools, they've abandoned it. Both public and private schools now should be looked into, especially private schools that most people think, oh, is safe, is secured for children to go to. They need to put an eye on it now. Things need to be put in place. Safeguarding measures need to be put in place. Every 3-6 months, they need to inspect them. Sometimes people need to go, just disguise, go into the schools and see what is happening. Mix up with students, mix up with other staff, workers, teachers, because I'm sure not everyone in that school is going to be part to all this evil happening, and not all the students in the school are going to be bad ones. We have some good eggs too. We have some good schools, but the bad ones are giving the good ones a very bad and negative names. So tonight, I'm just here to ask this question: what happened to these people we've called? And we want justice for them. We don't want it to be like the normal, normal Nigeria matter. When issue comes up, before you know it, they'll throw it under the carpet. We want this one. We want to see the end of all these ones, because it's common in our country. Once anything comes up, it will just rain, it will trend for some time. After a while, they'll just use money to cover it up. The Abba Kyari issue, we're not even hearing anything again about it. A lot of issues, a lot of pending issues, pending cases. They just throw it under the carpet. No justice, no conclusion. Let's know, is this person guilty or not? Because the system is not working. The system has failed us. That's why a lot of people are getting away with all these things. The system has failed us. That's why a lot of people feel they can do and undo and get away with it. Once they have money, it's only the poor masses that suffer. If you commit a crime in Nigeria and you're poor, definitely you will go to jail. You will suffer, you will die, you will rot in jail. But as long as you're rich, you're a millionaire, you're a billionaire in Nigeria, you have the money, you've got the connections. You commit any crime, it's easier for them to walk free. They will not be charged to court. They're not going to face the law. They're not going to face the law. I just pray and hope this is not going to be like the normal one, because we must see the end of this. And the parents of Sylvester, they need to put their foot together. Do like Dan David's mom. She is a fighter. Don't let people, because when this thing happen now, they'll start sending people to come and meet you. Parents of Sylvester, You start sending people to come and meet you. Come with good face. Come with, I see they want to sympathize with you, to pet you. Don't listen. Because they want to come, they'll send them to come and kill the matter. Don't listen. If you want the spirit of the soul of your son to rest, people must get justice for your son. If he was alive, is another thing. They just killed him. You must get justice for him. Get justice, and Keren also. Justice for Keren. Premier Academy in Abuja. Timothy Adegoke. Justice for him too. His own, I can see with the people behind the case. No, it's going to be a tough one. Honestly, it's going to be a tough one. So my people, let's keep anything we see, anything you notice, let's speak out. And parents, please try and be close to your children. Speak to them sometimes. Listen to them. Ask questions. Even to the extent of the food they eat in school. Do you like the food, the kind of food? My daughter, she's very fussy when it comes to food. And the brothers, no problem. The same way, if you don't like, I'll tell the school. They have menu. Because they might not be eating some certain food and they go give them. It becomes a problem to their health. We don't need all that. So parents, please, let's always have this close personal relationship. Sometimes I know it's difficult for these children to relate fully, but it depends on your relationship with them. There must be something. Aunties, uncles around. Even a friend, somebody that, an older person that child look up to. You can always speak to that person. Talk to my son, talk to my daughter. I'm noticing something, I'm not comfortable. If he or she can open up to you. Let's find out things from our children, please, so that we don't lose our children. It takes a lot to be pregnant, to carry these children 9 months as a mother. On the day of labor, you know what you go through. Even if it's through CS, you know the pains after that. And then nurturing them, breastfeeding them, your time, your sacrifice, sleepless nights, the temperature, the teething, the diarrhea, the fever, the stomach pains. And then one person will just think they can just cut their life short like that. Or some children think they can just come out and just, do all sorts of rubbish to other people's children. Sylvester was a very good child, well brought up. If he wasn't a very good child, he would have joined the cult. It doesn't take him anything, it doesn't cost him anything. But because he was a good child, that is the reason why the parents, you have to come out and fight for your children. Come out and fight for Sylvester. Because he's not going to be happy if you just let the case go like that. I saw it, I couldn't stand it, I couldn't take it. It took me courage and everything to even sit down. I can say I can't even talk much. This is not unlike me. I will talk, do you understand? I'm a mother. I know what it is, even when your child has got temperature, when your child is not feeling too well. You know how you feel, you don't sleep at night. Talk less of a child in that condition and was killed at the end of the day. So my beautiful people, thank you for being part of the show. I want to say thank you to Isabel. Thank you to Pat, Essia, Tony. Thank you very much. And if you're just going to watch, you're just watching us for the first time, this is NHTV. Please like and follow us on our Facebook page, Makamas Hangout TV, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel, NHTV. And if you're going to watch this video later, please feel free to share this video. Drop your comments at the comment section. And please, let's preach love. Let's preach love among our children. What is happening in the schools and among our children is a reflection of the society. We know how the society is. I love you all. Please don't forget to like and follow us on our Facebook page. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And stay glued to NHTV. Stay tuned to NHTV. Don't touch the dial. Until I come your way again next time, it's me, your girl, and take care. Bye-bye.